Okay, so for this video, I'm gonna title it How to Heal. I made a video talking about for people who are suffering from sickness and how to be healed from sickness. But in this video, I'm gonna go more in depth and give more details and more of an explanation on how to heal. And I'm going to go over all the research that I've done. So how to heal, okay? If you're trying to be healed from sickness, disease, or virus, or depression, or anxiety, or any mental health issue, or any physical issue, I'm going to try my best to give my best advice on what I know will help. And the first thing that I will say is, if you're trying to be healed, is to pray to Jesus and ask Him to heal you. And know that He is God and the only God and the only person that can heal people. So I recommend that the first thing that we do if we're trying to be healed is praying to Him and asking Him to heal us. And after we ask Jesus to heal us, I recommend trying some more things. So the second thing that I will say is try eating mushrooms. And I talked about it a lot in my past videos, but I'll kind of briefly go over it again. Mushrooms have been proven to fight cancer cells, support our immune system, support our blood flow and our oxygen absorption in our blood cells. And they've also been proven to help, like lion's mane mushrooms has been proven to help prevent dementia by helping connect neural pathways in the brain. And it also helps fight lung diseases. So I highly recommend eating mushrooms, and know that mushrooms are a very important food, just as equally as important as meat and plants, because they are their own kingdom, the fungi kingdom. And their genetics are closer to the animal kingdom, to us, than they are to plants. And another thing, the fungi mycelium breaks down our dead bodies, all animal dead bodies, and they give the energy to plants. So we are connected to mushrooms, and I know mushrooms can help heal people. So I highly recommend eating mushrooms every day. And I'm trying my best to eat mushrooms every day, and I have not eaten mushrooms today, but I am going to get myself to eat mushrooms every day. And some mushrooms that I highly recommend eating, which I think are very beneficial for us and for our health, is, like I said, lion's mane mushrooms, for the brain, turkey tail mushrooms, cordyceps, tiger's milk, maitake, shiitake, oyster, and just those are the mushrooms that are on top of my head. And those are the mushrooms that I recommend eating every day. And I also recommend, if you are someone struggling from mental health issues like depression or anxiety, I highly recommend trying magic mushrooms, because I see them as a creative tool that can help us see our problems with new lens and help us solve our problems. But they can also help us experience love and feel love, which I feel like some of us might feel like we are missing in our lives. But I will say, the love that I felt from magic mushrooms, when I took a heroic dose of magic mushrooms, which is I think 3.5 grams or 4 grams of mushrooms, but when I took that dose, I had felt an insane amount of love that had me on the floor crying. And that love that I experienced was higher than the love that I felt from my soulmate and meeting my soulmate and falling in love with her. So if you're someone that feels like they are missing love in their life, I highly recommend trying magic mushrooms in a heroic dose in a safe and comfortable environment, and treat them with respect. And yeah, the love can help you appreciate the beauty of the present moment and help you appreciate beauty and help you be present. So, like I said, the love that I experienced from magic mushrooms was higher than my soulmate's love. But it was not the highest love that I experienced. Like I said before in my past video, the highest love that I experienced was from God. And God's love is the highest love. So, I will say that. But yeah, magic mushrooms did help me appreciate nature, and I felt love from magic mushrooms. So I highly recommend trying magic mushrooms if you are someone struggling with mental health issues like anxiety and depression, especially if you feel like you might have suicidal thoughts. I highly recommend trying magic mushrooms because I don't think I've ever, fully been in a suicidal mind, but I do remember thinking that I want the pain to stop, and I was getting tired of my pain. And magic mushrooms helped me relieve a lot of my pain. They did not fully help me. Like I said, they did not fully help me with my problems. And I highly recommend watching my past video for people who don't believe in Jesus, understanding how magic mushrooms did not help me get over what I did when I was 13. But yeah, I highly recommend trying magic mushrooms for people who feel like they are struggling with mental health issues like depression and anxiety, and they feel like they might have suicidal thoughts. They help me completely get out of a suicidal mind and not let my mind go there. So I do highly recommend trying magic mushrooms if you are someone struggling with mental health issues. I will also recommend listening to music, because music has also been proven to heal people by reducing stress, by lowering our heart rate, and reducing muscle tension and blood pressure. I recommend listening to music for healing too. And music also helps with mental health issues like reducing anxiety and depression and help us process our trauma. So I recommend music as well for healing. I also recommend trying meditation for healing as well, because meditation helps us reduce our stress, helps improve sleep, and also helps support our immune system by producing more helper cells which fights infection. Meditation can also help with mental health issues as well, like reducing anxiety and depression and relieving our pain. And it can also help us increase our attention span, which I feel like in the age of YouTube Shorts and TikTok and short form content, I feel like we might, we could use some of that, because I feel like, we've kind of shortened our attention span as a society. I think some of us could use meditation for increasing our attention span. So I highly recommend trying meditation for healing. And meditation can also help fight addiction. So if you're someone struggling with alcoholism or any kind of drug addiction or any addiction for that matter, I highly recommend trying meditation as a way to fight your addiction. And laughter can also be a medicine. By helping us relieve stress, laughter can also be a medicine by helping us relieve stress and help us increase infection-fighting antibodies and immune cells in our blood. Laughter can also help us reduce our blood pressure and also help us increase a healthy blood flow. I also recommend laughter and learning comedy for healing as well. I also recommend, for understanding how laughter can be a medicine, is to watch Patch Adams starring Robin Williams. And I think of the court scene where he's defending taking care of people because they were trying to sue him for practicing false medicine. But his defense was like, he said, a doctor's mission is not just to prevent death, but to improve the quality of life. If you treat a disease, you win or you lose. But if you treat a person, you are guaranteed to win. no matter what the outcome. And I think that movie is very inspirational. I have not watched it, I've just seen a few clips, but it is free on YouTube, so I might try to watch it later, but I highly recommend watching that movie for understanding how laughter and comedy can heal. And journaling actually can help heal people too. And research has shown that writing about stressful events can boost our immune system and lower our heart rate. Research shows from Dr. James Pennebaker that journaling about stressful events can boost the immune system, lower our heart rate, and reduce the number of sick days that we have. But journaling can also help with mental health issues. Research also shows that writing our thoughts and feelings can help heal our trauma, reduce anxiety, and lower blood pressure. So I recommend journaling to heal as well. And I want to make a whole video talking about how to journal, and I will do that because I feel like that there is a lot to say about how to journal, and I feel like not a lot of people know how to journal and it doesn't come natural to them. So I want to try my best to make a video explaining and teaching people how to write a journal. And just for this video, I will say that questioning our feelings is where and when logic meets emotion. And you know how to question your own feelings better than anyone else. And why would you want someone questioning your feelings when they don't know how to question their own feelings, which can be some therapists? And I say that if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for the rest of his life. So learning how to question our feelings and write how we feel, I think is very important, and I highly recommend it for healing. I would say that love can heal people as well, and kindness is key. So love helping people, and to help fight evil by knowing that, so you know what they say, money is the root of all evil. So by knowing that, we can fight fire with fire by planting our money in good soil and using money to help people is how we can fight evil. And Jesus said that we can't serve two masters. We can't serve money and God. So kindness is key, and love can help people. So I highly recommend showing love and being loved.